You are looking at a gift-giving lifesaver right here. This amigurumi crocheted gift card holder makes gift giving that much cuter. Hi guys, it's Katie from Yarn Society. I wanted to show you the inside. It is really cozy in there. The safety eyes are not going to poke into your gift card because we are making this a double layer. There's so many benefits to making this gift card holder. I even like to cut a piece of cardstock to the size of my gift card and then write a little note, and that even acts as a card. So you can just pop both of those in there and be on your way to the party. You can choose whether you'd like to make this gift card holder in a bulky 6 yarn or in a bulky 5 yarn. I will talk through the hook sizes for that. We'll go through supplies and then get started. If you're using the super bulky 6, you can grab an H hook, and if you're using the bulky 5, you can grab a K hook, which is a 6.5 millimeter. We're going to get started by making 2 ears, so grab the hook and the yarn that you want to use. We're going to start out and leave a long tail for attaching, and then we're going to make a slip knot and chain 6. If you need a separate video on how to slip knot and chain, I have that in the description box below. We're going to chain 6. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We are going to make a double crochet in that third chain from the hook. Here's 1, 2, 3. Then we are going to make another double crochet into the next 2, and then we'll make a half double crochet into that last chain. To make a double crochet, we're going to yarn over, go in that third chain from the hook, place our hook, yarn over, and go through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and go through 2 loops. We're going to move over and make another double crochet into the next stitch. Yarn over, go to the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Move to the next stitch for another double crochet, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to make a half double crochet into this last stitch, yarn over, go through the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. We are going to make a tail as long as the other one that we have. So you can place that down and just give that a little snip. We're going to fasten off by yarning over and pulling our yarn all the way through. It's going to tug that. We need 1 more ear, so you can rewind the video, make 1 more ear, and then place those to the side. Okay, we're going to get started on the holder. We are going to start out the same way by making a slip knot and a chain. And I know people have asked me if they could use a magic circle instead when I start out with a chain, but for this one, you definitely cannot. So we are going to chain 12. So go ahead and chain 12. We're going to start by making a single crochet in that second chain from the hook, and then we're going to single crochet down the row. So it will be 11 single crochets total. Here is single crochet 1. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And then we are going to turn our chain over and work down the other side. I'm just going to tighten up this corner, and then we're just going to flip our work over. I'm going to show you how to find each stitch before we crochet because it's a little bit harder to see once I start crocheting. We are going to go directly up into this first stitch. We're just moving right up and we're crocheting here. So this is 1, here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then our 11th one is like in this corner stitch. And sometimes you can feel around for them if you're not able to see them as well. So I'm just going to go up to the stitch. I'm going to hold my tail over and single crochet. Move over and find your next stitch, or you can kind of feel for it. This will be single crochet 2. Here's 3. 4. Here's 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And then here is 11. We are going to be working in continuous rounds, so I'm going to place a stitch marker on this last stitch. You can also place it on the first stitch if that's what you like to do. And then since we're working in continuous rounds, we're just going to go straight into the next stitch for round 2. I'm just going to ask you to count. Make sure you have 22 stitches. This will be our first stitch. I'm just going to count around and make sure I have 22. Before we move on to round 2, we do have to grab a ruler or some sort of measuring tape to make sure that your round 1 is long enough. It's okay if it's bigger, we just don't want it to be shorter. So grab your round 1, a ruler and a measuring tape, and we at least want to have 3.25 inches. And now I'm a pretty tight crocheter, so I'm pretty confident that everyone will be okay. And as long as you have 3.25, we are good to go. Just continue on to round 2. If you do have one that's smaller than 3.25, move up a hook size and redo round 1 before moving on. If it is bigger, don't worry, just continue on and we're good to go. From round 2 through 11, we're going to be doing single crochets. Place your hook into that first stitch right next to your stitch marker, and that will be your first single crochet. We're going to single crochet around the next 22 stitches. When I get a few stitches in, I actually like to place a stitch marker to mark this stitch. I don't like to get confused by that round 1, so if I mark round 2, I know how easy it is to count and I don't have to figure out which is my round 1. If you feel very confident, you don't need to mark it, but it's definitely easier for beginners as well. So we're going to single crochet all the way around, and then I'll show you how I like to count moving forward. Thank you guys for joining me today. I do have quite a bit of these gift cards coming out. I have a cat and a frog and a pig, and I'm hoping to do the fox and a few other ones as well. So if you do like these, don't forget to come back to my channel and see which new ones I have. Okay, we're reaching the last stitches here. I'm going to go into the stitch with my stitch marker because I placed it on the last stitch of the round. And then I'm going to change my stitch marker again. So we have 22 stitches still, and we marked round 2, so we know that that's round 2. And then this is going to start to work up like this, like our gift card will be here, and it looks bigger than it needs to be, and that's because we're making it a double layer. We're going to continue crocheting round 3, and then we want to crochet all the way to round 11. For round 3, we are single crocheting again around 22 stitches. We'll just do this round together, and then I will let you go and finish up to round 11. So a lot of single crochet rounds. This is a really good pattern for when you're watching a show and you don't need to think about it. You can just half pay attention to your show, half crochet. I always love that. I did a poll recently, if you guys watch TV or listen to podcasts, and a lot of people watch TV, but I'm surprised at how many people don't watch TV, but they only watch YouTube. And I thought that was so interesting because I do watch both. I do watch a lot of YouTube, but I do watch TV sometimes too. Okay, so this is our round 1. We have round 2 marks. This is 2. Then we have round 3. We can see perfectly. Now we're going to move on to round 4 and then go all the way up to 11. Remember to change your stitch marker, and then we'll meet back at the end of round 11. Okay, we're at the end of round 11. I'm going to change my stitch marker. We still have 22 stitches. I'm going to leave some slack on my yarn here, and then I'm going to place a stitch marker so we don't lose our spot. We're going to place the nose and the eyes. We are going to place our nose and our eyes between round 7 and 8 of our rounds. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm going to place my needle like right in the middle so I can keep track of that. And then I guess before I show you this, let me show you a possible difference that you can do. So this is with your eyes between round 7 and 8. And then if you'd like them to be a little higher, this is how it looks if they were between round 8 and 9. So there's only about 2 exposed rounds, and this one has just a little bit, 3 rounds exposed. So you can decide which you think is a cuter look, and then you can place your eyes there. But for the video, we're going to place them between round 7 and 8. So I have an 18 millimeter safety nose, and I'm going to pop that in to that middle stitch that I marked. I'm going to grab 2 14 millimeter safety eyes, and I'm going to leave 2 stitches open next to my nose. So here's 1, 2, and I'll place it next to that. If you don't have the same exact millimeters, just get something close. We're going to count 2 stitches over for the next eye. And I think we are looking good. We can grab the backs of our nose and our eyes and get those in. To get our backs on, we're just going to place the plastic backing and just like to use this like seesaw motion to click it in. The nose is always a little bit trickier than the eyes. So just use your might. Or there's some fancy tool out there. I keep seeing everyone using it. Maybe you have that. Use that if you have it. And then you can use that seesaw motion again and just get the backs onto your eyes. Okay, I just like to kind of move my nose and my eyes around because sometimes that yarn gets stuck underneath there. Okay, once you're happy with that, we're going to grab the ears. We have 2 ears. So here, this is how I want my front. I'm going to grab my yarn needle. We're going to be placing the ears between round 10 and 11. So 11 was our last round. What I like to do is to get to the corner of my eye. I like to move up and then move over a stitch. So I'm going to place one of my yarn tails in this side. So I'm going to weave that through my yarn needle. And then I'm going to move over a stitch. And I'm going to weave my other yarn needle through that. With the 2 yarn tails on the inside, I'm just going to make a double knot. You can leave a little bit of that yarn tail hanging so they don't pull too tight. You can just make 1 knot and then 1 more. If you are giving this to a small child, you might want to weave in your yarn ends. If you're giving it to an adult, you should be fine not weaving it in. I'm just afraid that smaller kids will start pulling on the ears. So if you weave in the yarn ends, you have a better chance of them not pulling out your hard work. And if you have an adult, you can just make the double knot and just cut off your yarn tail. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Find the front of your ear. I'm just going to adjust my eye really quick. And then I'm going to go up to the corner of my eye and move over a stitch. And then go ahead and attach this other side. Okay, so our ears are done. They can kind of puff out or puff in. If you want them to stay completely flat, you can spritz them with water and then let them dry. You can kind of block them a little bit, but I don't mind their wackiness. They kind of let them do what they want to do. So at the end, around 11, we still have 22 stitches. We are going to start round 12 with a decrease round. And this is our only decrease round of the whole pattern. I like to make an invisible decrease, and I will talk you through this just in case you haven't done one. We are going to take our hook and go under the front loop of the first stitch. Then we're going to go directly under the front loop of the next. Yarn over and pull your yarn through. Yarn over and go through both loops on the hook. We're going to single crochet into each of the next 4. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have another decrease. Go under the front loop, go directly under the next front loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. Single crochet into the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to do another decrease under the front loop, under the front loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. We have single crochet into the next 4. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have one more decrease. Go under the front loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Single crochet into the last 2 stitches. Here's 1 and 2. At the end of round 12, we have 18 stitches. You can change your stitch marker. From round 13 through 19, we are going to single crochet into the next 18. I actually like to take out this round 2, and I like to use it for round 13. That way, I only have to start counting from round 13. So let's do a few stitches around 13. I'm going to place my stitch marker. I'll know that's 13, and then we can move on and go all the way to round 19, and then we'll meet back at the end of round 19. Okay, we're at the end of round 19. I'm going to take out my stitch marker for good. Let me double check I have enough. We're going to leave a long tail, and then at this point we can either fasten off or do a seamless join. I'm going to show you the seamless join, but if you want to fasten off, you can just yarn over and pull that through. And if you want a seamless join, we can just pull the yarn straight through. Grab a yarn needle and get that tail in there. I like to move over 2 stitches and go under both loops, pulling to the inside. And then I'm going to find the last stitch that I made, and I'm going to go right down the middle between the front and the back loop. I'm going to pull that through and then tug just a little bit. And that makes a little fake stitch here. Go ahead and weave in your yarn. And that's it for that part. I'm going to take out my extra stitch marker. We are going to tuck in from round 12 down. So just tuck in, and then we will stop right when we get to the ears. This really helps to keep those safety eyes and all those little yarn ends kind of tucked in so no one has to see that. And our gift card is safe, not being scratched from the backs of those eyes. So once you get that all set, you are ready to gift. Grab your gift card, get that in there. It's like an exciting feeling to put it in. I don't know why, but I do hope you guys love your dog gift card holder. And please come back for more. We will have different versions of this. And thank you guys so much for crocheting with me. Please head over to yarnstudy.com for all my free written crochet patterns. Okay guys, I'll see you in the next video.